as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
I think we see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Waste of time.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-0 right now.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They only needed a few inches there on 2nd, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the 1st down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Down there right side, it's McCaffrey. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Purdy from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
This one caught by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Purdy off the play fake. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. To swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Steps away. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. That's good for 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. He stiff arms him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A second down throw for Purdy. And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
This could be it. This could be it. This could be it. 16-yard line. Let's go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They go with Jacobs. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go play action here. Purdy. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Purdy. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on second down. On second down, here's Mitchell. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That was a goal line sort of look for the defense, and no room to run with how many men they had stuffed in the box.
And in this case, it didn't matter where they were on the field. It mattered what's on the scoreboard. They have to have the football back. They can't afford to let them control the ball on the ground and run out the clock. That's why that goal line look and plays that they want to make in the offense's backfield.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll run again. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is fielded at the 27. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it.
Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard.
There he goes, right side. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 62 yards. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for